In a distant land, there was a small village called Darkwood, nestled deep in the mountains. The villagers were hardworking, yet broken-hearted. Years of drought, sickness, and poverty had drained the light from their eyes. Joy had long since left their homes, and hope was fading like smoke in the cold wind. Ario, a tall young man with sunburned skin and a fiery gaze, was quietly polishing his father's old sword. He muttered to himself, "This sword hasn't seen battle in years, but maybe it's time it shines again. Maybe it's time I fight, not an enemy, but this cursed misery." Mira, the village's gentle healer, her hands soft and her eyes full of concern, was tending to a sick child. "This herb will reduce his fever, but if winter comes like this, there won't be anything left, Ario." Ario looked at her. "You always find a way." Mira gave a bitter smile. "Not this time. This time, we need a miracle, or a treasure." That evening, the villagers gathered around a fire in the town square. The sky was heavy, and the air cold. Dana, an old man with a long white beard and faraway eyes, struck his wooden staff into the ground and said, "Do you want a tale?" "No, tonight it's not just a tale, it's truth." Kayan, a sharp-looking man known for his doubt and sarcasm, scoffed, "If every story came with treasure, half of us would be kings by now." Dana replied gently, "You too will become a story one day, boy. Just pray it ends well." Later that night, Mira and Ario spoke by the fire. "What if, even a part of it is true? What if that treasure could save our people?" Ario took a deep breath. "I've never feared battle, but I do fear leaving, and never returning." Mira smiled softly. "If you don't go, maybe none of us will make it." And so, that dark night, the decision was made. At dawn, Ario, Mira, Dana, and Kayan left for the forest. The road was narrow and shadowed. Fog hung like a curtain over the trees. "The forest is alive," Dana whispered, "and it's watching." Hours later, strange symbols appeared carved into stone, sun-like shapes with eyes at the center. Dana looked closer. "These are signs, like the ones in the old legends." Suddenly a whisper, "Not human, not beast," echoed through the mist. A tall creature stepped forward. Its bark-like skin blending with the trees, eyes like mirrors. "What brings you here?" it asked. "Greed, fear, or hope?" Mira stepped forward, voice calm. "Not greed, not fear. We seek to save lives." The creature nodded slowly. "The forest will test your hearts. Only truth shall open the path." And then the mist thickened, and each of them found themselves walking alone. Ario was lost in silence, gripping his sword. Mira heard echoes of her childhood, painful whispers of her past. Dana stood among mirrors, facing reflections of himself, younger, older, afraid, proud. Kayan stood before an old cottage where a woman, his mother, called out, "Why did you leave me, son?" Each faced their ghosts. Each survived. And finally they found each other again, now changed, now ready. Ahead stood a great stone gate, upon it an inscription, "Until the heart is clear, the treasure shall not appear. One wrong answer, and the forest will claim you." A voice rose from within the stone, 4 questions for 4 hearts. "Speak true, or sleep forever beneath the trees." To Ario, "If you could take the treasure and save your people, but destroying it would make you immortal, what do you choose?" Ario replied without hesitation, "Immortality means nothing without my people. I'll take the treasure, for them, not for me." To Mira, "If you knew the treasure was forged from the pain of 100 forest creatures, would you still take it?" Mira closed her eyes. "No, no life should be saved at the cost of another's suffering." To Dana, "If you learned all your knowledge was wrong, would you still accept the truth?" Dana's voice trembled. "Yes, true wisdom is admitting you were wrong." To Kayan, "If the treasure was in your hand and someone tried to steal it, would you still be willing to give it away?" Kayan smirked. "If they're going to steal, let them. I just don't want to be the thief." The stone trembled, and slowly, the gate opened. But instead of gold and jewels, there were golden seeds, books of knowledge, healing herbs, and tools for rebuilding life. "A gift from the forest," Mira whispered. "Not for wealth, but for healing." Ario nodded. The true treasure was meant for hearts that had earned it. Dana wept quietly. "We have become the story." Kayan laughed. "Just promise, when you tell this story you say, Kayan slightly cowardly, but extremely loyal." They all laughed, and with their arms full, not of gold, but of hope, they returned to Darkwood.